Okay, so you should be playing all this stuff on your instrument. Pick an instrument, doesn't matter what it is. If you don't have an instrument, you might think about getting one of these. This is a perfectly good instrument to practice on. And they're like 20, 25 bucks. They're very cheap. Great for thinking your theory, great for testing out sounds, practicing your ear training, things like that. It would be a good idea to practice your scales chromatically also. So we were just doing your scales in triads. So we just did circle of fifths. It would be a good idea to practice your scales chromatically as well as around the circle of fifths. So let me try and play that. So start with C. Go to D flat. D. E flat. E. F. G flat, F sharp. G. Almost went into minor there for a second. A flat. A. B flat. And B. There are a few wrong notes in there, but the wrong notes are more because I was distracted by thinking about what I'm trying to teach and what I'm trying to show you. The point is not, well, maybe the point for you is to be perfect with your scales. It depends on what your goals are. My goal is not to be perfect with my playing. It's to be comfortable and confident, like I understand all the stuff that we're talking about. Trying to play perfectly is an entirely separate goal, and it's not what we should be working on here. Our goal here is to demonstrate fluidity with the material. So if you get in the habit of stopping every time you make a mistake, you're going to stop when you're on stage and you make a mistake. You've got to develop the habit of continuing through your mistakes, developing strategies to hide your mistakes from the audience when you're playing live, and just getting comfortable with all the techniques you need to disguise them. So if you're playing by memory and you're playing by yourself, you need to be able to circle back to a point where you were in, like if you lose your memory, you need to be able to continue and circle back to a point where you know where you are. That's something you have to practice. It takes a lot of experience to be good at that particular skill. If you can develop these strategies for hiding your mistakes, when you play with other people, you're going to be less obnoxious. Like, you don't want to be the person who, when the piece starts, you make a mistake in bar 2 and you say, oh wait, we need to go back, let's start over. Like, that is never a good policy. So the only way you can learn not to do that is to practice in the practice room for dealing with your mistakes in real time. That's a very important skill and a way to practice spend your practice time. All this stuff is about investing your time. So if you notice that your scales are better going up than they are coming down, then spend a couple of weeks doing your scales this way. I'm going to play them chromatically again, but I'm going to do it starting at the top and going down. This makes me think about the downward shape of the scale. So by practicing your scales starting at the top, you just kind of change your frame of reference. You invest a little bit of time. You spend a week or two doing your scales upside down. And what do you think is going to happen? Your downward scales are going to get better and better until they become as easy as your upward scales. And then you find another problem and you make yourself focus on that. All of your practice time issues, all the things that you want to learn, including practice time, including music theory, everything, it's all a matter of managing your time to invest it where you want to learn, where you want to get better. Once you learn one of these things, you're going to have it for the rest of your life. It'll be right there anytime you need it. Once you know all your major triads, you're going to know them for the rest of your life. But not knowing them or not being comfortable with recalling them instantly is going to slow you down in our theory class, and it's going to cause troubles for you. Let's stop here for the second video.